Hi everybody. In this COVID pandemic, everybody's question is how to keep their lungs healthy, how to improve their lung capacity, how to better oxygenate their lungs, and how to prevent complications out of lung disorders. So at RMB Hospital, Sanjay Nagar, Bangalore, we have formulated certain set of exercises which we are recommending currently to our COVID patients. If these exercises are done regularly along with the medical management, there's a good chance that you can come out of this disease pretty easily. So I will be running through this exercise one by one. You can watch these videos. The first exercise I am going to talk is deep diaphragmatic breathing exercise. Diaphragm is the major muscle for inhalation, otherwise called as inspiration. Diaphragmatic activity will increase the vertical diameter of the thoracic cage and it provides better oxygenation than any other exercise. I am going to demonstrate how it can be effectively done. So when you do this exercise, sit erect. Maybe you can also use a chair or you can sit like me. Make sure your back is erect and you have to breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe in, at the end of the inhalation, hold for 1 or 2 seconds and slowly breathe out through the mouth. So see that when you breathe in, you take about 3 to 4 seconds, and when you breathe out, you take about 4 to 5 seconds. And when you breathe, see that the air is going to the abdomen and not the upper thoracic cage. So I will demonstrate how it can be done. Keep one hand over the upper chest and other hand over the upper part of the abdomen. When you take a deep breath, take through the nose. The next technique I am going to demonstrate is called as breathtaking exercise. In this exercise, you will be adding further air to the lung when the lung is already expanded with air. So it is something like whatever parts of the lung which is still can accommodate little bit air, you use that part to accommodate the air. So I will be demonstrating it now. You can watch. You sit comfortably, keeping the back erect. You can sit on the chair as well, and you need to keep both hands over the upper abdomen, and you have to make maximal attempt to inspire whatever air you can inspire to accommodate the lung. So in this way, I have maximally filled my lung, and as I said, there will be always little bit more room in the lung to accommodate more air. So in 2 to 3 attempts, you need to sniff to accommodate little bit more air to the lung which is already over expanded. Okay. So now I'll be doing the real technique. So what I did was I over expanded the lung in first attempt itself, and in 3 attempts I made to add little bit more air into the lung. I held for 1 or 2 seconds. Again second attempt I held 1 or 2 seconds, and then third attempt I further sniffed more air to accommodate maximal lung capacity. So this is called as breathtaking technique. The next exercise I am going to demonstrate with this equipment. It is called as incentive spirometer or Triflow spirometer. It has 3 balls as you can see, and it has a tube and a mouthpiece. You can suck the air through this mouthpiece so that the balls in the spirometer will get elevated. How fast you suck the air depends upon that the number of balls will get elevated. For example, if you suck very slow, only 2 balls will rise, whereas when you suck very fast, all the 3 balls will be elevated. So if you are young, you should be able to elevate all the 3 balls up, and you can hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. If you are old, beyond 50 or 60, at least you should be able to elevate 2 balls and hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. So I am going to demonstrate how it should be done. So tightly seal your lips around the mouthpiece so that no air can be leaked out of this mouthpiece, and see the balls as you inspire, and take a deep and fast breath. If you do slow, the balls won't rise. Take a deep and fast or rapid breath. Okay. Since this exercise is a flow dependent or speed dependent exercise, by regularly doing that, you will increase the strength and power of the inspiratory muscles, thereby you indirectly increase your inspiratory or lung capacity. Next exercise, I am going to talk about thoracic expansion exercise. In this exercise, you will be expanding your thoracic cage by doing your bodily movements, and you will be integrating breathing along with that movement. You will be keeping your hands clasped behind your head, and you will be inspiring or inhaling when you do the backward bending, and when you come back you need to exhale. I will be demonstrating. As you inhale, people who are old or who are unstable, you can hold something in front like a window grills or something, and you can do the same movement. This way. The next exercise in this category is to be done by again keeping the hands clasped and kept behind the head, and you will be doing side bending. As you bend side, inhale. At the end of inhalation, stay for 1 or 2 seconds, and then you come back to neutral as you exhale. Let me demonstrate this. Similarly, you can do for the other side. The third one is a costal expansion exercise, where you can keep your hand against your side of your thoracic cage, and you have to take the breath and make sure that the air goes to your hand. You should feel the hands are moving sidewards. Okay. The last exercise is apical expansion, otherwise called as upper lobe expansion exercise, where you will be keeping the hands over the top of your lung, and you will be breathing in, and make sure that all the air goes to the upper part of your lung. Okay, that completes the thoracic expansion exercise. Next thing, I am going to talk about positioning. It is not right to be assuming a single position for long period of time. So patients who are with COVID symptoms must be frequently changing positions, and we also recommend prone position as a position of choice. Prone position is nothing but you sleeping on your tummy. I will be demonstrating how you can do that, and there is an exercise which you can do in the same position for better lung expansion. You have to have 1 or 2 pillows on the bed, and you have to sleep on the pillow this way. Okay. And you can support your head by your hands here, and you just have to position your body for about 10 to 15 minutes every 3 hours or every 2 hours once. And then in the same position, you can also sometimes raise your upper body up, breathe out and come down. When you go up, you can breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Apart from that, you can position this way also. So this is one more variation. So the more the number of variations you have, all the areas around your lung will get expanded. So sometimes you can be like this, sometimes you can be like that, sometimes you can actually do this exercise. Apart from that, it is recommended for the patients to sleep on their side, right side lying sometimes, left side lying sometimes. It is not recommended to sleep slouched like this all the time. So if at all you sleep side, it's better to keep the legs straight so that the lung is not congested. Okay. Apart from that, they have to keep moving every now and then for every 2 hours or 3 hours, and then they should come and lie down. This will prevent unnecessarily circulatory complications. All right. Thank you.